Good morning.
Hello, Orna here again from ornaonline.com. Today I just want to talk to you about not being afraid to go training regardless of what the weather is like outside. Now, sometimes we can look out the window and see it bucketing down rain, particularly if you live in Ireland like me, and decide that there's no point in going training because it's too wet, or it's just you'll get drowned, or there's no point. And I'm here to tell you that it's not going to make a difference to you on your race day, and you need to get used to going out and training regardless of the weather. Recently, my TV habits have changed. I've stopped watching my little comedies or whatever it is that I've decided this month that I want to watch, and I've started watching triathlons, and in particular reruns of the Ironman, so that I can get it into my head and know better what is going to happen and what I'm up against when my time comes. And one of the things that I noticed was that recently in an Ironman that was being staged in Cairns in Northern Australia, they were expecting dry and humid weather for the day of the race, and athletes had come from all over the world. They'd come a week or two early to acclimatise themselves to the weather, and on the actual day of the race it literally poured rain. It didn't stop, didn't let up at all for the day, and just came down. And one of the things that you have to realise is that just because it's raining doesn't mean your event is going to be called off, or that you're going to be given any extra time or anything like this. You just need to get on with it. And so it's great practice to get into the habit of going out and just training whatever the weather. Obviously it's easier to go cycling when it's raining, or to go swimming even would probably be the best one when it's raining, but it all depends on your circumstances and your location as well. And then you have to be aware of the condition of roads or paths that you're running on the dangers that might present themselves if you're out running on a path that suddenly gets slippy when it's wet, or that has many steel or metal grates, and those steel or metal grates become slippy when they get wet. So it's always good to be aware of your surroundings and to know what you're up against, but don't let that stop you from going out and training anyway just because of the weather. I went for a cycle yesterday. It's the August bank holiday weekend at the minute, and you would think that the sun would be shining, we could have a bit of a summer. Not that we've had a bad summer, Anthony, in all fairness, we've had a great summer considering it's Ireland. But I went for a cycle yesterday, and there's flood warnings throughout the country, and it was great fun half the time going through the puddles, cycling through the puddles, and actually just lifting my legs off my pedals and going whee as if I was a little kid again. Sometimes you get a bit more of a kick and a bit more joy out of doing things out of the ordinary than you would actually consider. If you stayed in and did nothing, then you'd probably feel at the end of the day that maybe I could have gotten out for that hour that it was dry, or maybe I should have gotten out and done something just, to keep up on top of things. So I'm here to remind you that the race isn't going to be called off because of bad weather. The race isn't going to be called off because of rain. It might be called off because of snow, or because the river or the sea has suddenly frozen, but I don't know how regular things like that happen. So keep up with your training and don't let the rain hold you back. I'm working towards my goal of being an Ironman in 2016 and competing in the Dublin Ironman in 2016. And I'm giving myself 2 years to train. And if on the day that the Ironman is on, if on that day it decides to rain in Dublin, there is no way I'm telling myself in my head, oh, it's okay, Orna, you can give up on your goal that you've been working towards for 2 years. It's raining today, let's stay indoors. Life doesn't work like that. You can't live your life revolving around the weather. So just get up, get out, do something. Going for a swim in the rain, sure, what difference is it going to make? You're going to get wet one way or the other. Just go for it and go training. Do something. Don't give up just because of the weather. That's my message for today. And remember, if I can do anything, you can do anything, we can do anything, we just have to put our minds to it. Take care until next time.
This has been an online production.